So breathing into your twist on the right-hand side. On the exhale, twist to the other side, to the left side. So for the neck, you have two options. You can very gently bring the gaze over the left shoulder, or bring the gaze neutral and drop the left ear to the left shoulder. See which stretch gives the most depth and opening to the neck. Good. And then on an exhale, come back neutral. And now we're gonna make our way to all fours. So roll over to all fours. And come into your cat-cow. So my wrists are over my shoulders and my knees are over my hip. My fingers are open wide. I like to curl my toes on the back bend. And then I inhale, find as much depth as I can in the back bend without over stressing the back. And the exhale is the rounding. I let my head be heavy. The inhale is the back bend. And the exhale, we round. And one more time. Complete the exhale. Find the back bend, and then you're going to reach up and back into your downward dog. So soft knees, long spine. Wake those arms up. Press through the whole hand. Make sure the muscles of the neck are soft. Be mindful where you hold tension in the body. And then for fun, we're gonna roll into our plank, but we're gonna roll right past it into upward facing dog. So staying on your toes, just find a really yummy up dog. Just to wake the body up. And now we're gonna reverse it, starting at the shoulders, going all the way down, roll all the way back, downward dog. And then look between the hands and either hop, lunge, or walk the feet to the hands. And either with fingers on the floor or hands on the shins, find lots of length. And then exhale, fold down. We'll take a few breaths and forward fold. You can soften the knees as much as you need to. Clasp opposite elbows and breathe. The next time you inhale, hands on hips, long spine, come all the way up to stand. Palms alongside the body, reach all the way up, and exhale, hands to heart. 2 sun breaths. So either with palms out to side or palms in front. Reach up, exhale, long spine, forward fold. Complete the exhale, inhale, halfway up, and then exhale to the earth with gratitude. And then on your inhale, flow all the way up to the sun, to the moon. And then exhale, hands to heart. One more linking breath to the movement. On the exhale, forward fold. On the inhale, halfway up. And then on the exhale, fold down. And then on the inhale, come all the way up. And then on the exhale, hands to heart. So staying at the front of your mat, inhale, arms up. On your exhale, right hand down, side lean. The next time you inhale, flow up. You are grounded in the legs. On the exhale, flow down. On the inhale, flow up. And on your exhale, flow all the way down. Inhale, halfway up. And on the exhale, step back. Right leg, right leg. My left knee is over ankle and I'm breathing into the lunge. Let's exhale that knee down and bring our hands to our thigh. Find your balance. Ground. So I like to press through my palms as I take a moment to find length in my spine. And then when I'm ready, I inhale my arms up, either alongside the ears or slightly forward. The shoulders are gonna let you know how much opening you have. And I can be shoulder width or interlace with the index fingers up. On an exhale, lower down, we'll come into a twist. Right hand down, left arm up, twist. Now you have the option to keep the knee down or curl back toes back and lift the knee. Exhale the hand and step back to plank. Strong plank. Good. Open the feet a little wider than hip. Feel balance, lift the right leg up for strength. Lower down. Ground, reposition the feet. If you need more stability, lift the left leg up. Hip height for strength. And then we're lowering to the belly, either by dropping the knees or straight. Shark pose. So interlace the hands behind the back. Lengthen the toes, gaze down, everything up. Exhale, lower. And then bring hands alongside the body, press back, child's pose. Either knees together or knees wide, arms forward or alongside the body. Just take a moment, connect with the breath, connect with the low back. Ground through the breath. Right, the breath is the base of your pose. And then on an inhale, come to tabletop. One cat-cow. And then find your way back to dog. And so on an inhale, lift the right leg up, the height of the hips being balanced. And then knee to nose, shoulders over wrist, strong or foot between the hands. So now we can do the left knee down. If that bothered you, grab a blanket or something to put under the knee. And we can come with the hands here, but you know where we're going. So if you want to bring the arms right up, lots of breath. And then on an exhale, the hands will come down. The left hand is down and we are twisting open. If it makes more sense on the shoulder, the hand can always be on the hip because you're twisting from the thoracic spine. And you can curl the back toes and bring the knee up. Okay, for a little more opening in the hip. And the next time you exhale, hand down, breathe the breath in the lunge. And then look between the hands, step forward, inhaling length, exhaling fold. And then with a long spine, with either hands on hips or arms wide, come all the way up. So stand and exhale. Good, continuing on, a little more flow. Inhaling, arms up. On your exhale, swan dive down. On your inhale, come halfway up. And on your exhale, back to plank. I want to do one more Shalabhasana. So find your way to your belly. You can do any back bend you like. Otherwise, arms alongside the body, and inhale everything up. You can interlace shoulders, hands for shoulders if you want a bit more. Exhale, lower. Find your way back to plank. The downward dog. I went through plank. Take a breath. And then look between the hands, and however you want to come forward, either walk, hop, or lunge. When you get to the front, find lots of space in the spine, and exhale, fold. And inhale, come all the way up. And exhaling, hands to heart. And then on an inhale, come all the way up. And exhale. Inhale, halfway up. Step or jump back to plank. Lower down. Now this will be your back bend and your chaturanga. I'm going to take baby cobra because I want to strengthen my low back. And then I'm lowering down. And then I'm coming through up dog to find my way back to down dog. Couple breaths in down dog. You can bicycle out. Let it feel good. And then look between the hands. Lunge, walk, or hop forward. Inhaling length. Exhaling, fold, and hang out in the forward fold. Open the feet, almost the width of the mat or the width of the mat. Soften the knees, grab the big toes or the ankles. Inhale, lots of length. Exhale, fold, a little bit wider forward fold. And then your back and your hamstrings will let you know how much you need to bend the knees. And then walk the feet back in. And the next time you inhale, come back up to stand. Inhale the arms up. And exhale. Hands to heart. Good. So we'll ground it for a moment in tree pose in honor of Earth Day. First, steady mountain pose. So take a moment just to think what a mountain means to you. Maybe you have a favorite place that you like to go, or if you visited, and what a mountain represents for you. And then from here, we'll pour the balance into our right leg, still keeping that length. Depending where you are in your practice tonight, maybe the toes stay down, or we bring sole of foot to calf, or we come all the way up. Now you're home tonight. If you're needing that wall, use it. Hands can stay in prayer. You can interlace hands in the back if you want a little more shoulder. But we're gonna take a moment to connect breath, body, and stillness. Maybe you have a favorite tree that you can call to mind, or a favorite park you like to visit in the city or outside of the city. And you can offer that tree or that space some gratitude. And then on the way down, just take the back of that left ankle and just give a nice little quad stretch. So you're lifting the heart as you're drawing the knee down, maybe slightly back to open in the quads. Good, and then release. That right foot and ankle, give a nice little roll. Keep that lift, and I like to curl to the tops of my toes. And then your tree pose on this side. So again, grounding in mountain. Taking a moment. Oh, computer just made a noise. Calf, all the way up. So you may notice one side feeling very different than the other, which again is the beauty of this practice. Right? We have different reactions to different things. And how do you respond when you feel off balance? What are you going to do? And then let's take a couple of breaths in the silence. And then when you're ready, go to that quad stretch. And lower down. And we'll go back to that left foot for a moment. A little roll, a little point and flex. And then wherever you are, make sure you're back at the front of your mat. Feeling grounded in the legs, grounded through the soles of the feet. Inhaling either forward or out to the side and up. Lots of length in each vertebra. On your exhale, fold down. Complete the exhale. Inhale, halfway up, bringing the gaze forward, creating that vision. And exhaling, let's go back to downward dog first. Just opening into those shoulders. And then we'll inhale to the plank. Take your vinyasa, whatever that looks like. I'm going to work on the floor with a slightly deeper king cobra to stretch my back. And then I'm going to press through tabletop to get to my dog. So I'm going to bring my left foot a little more midline and my right leg up a little higher. And I'm going to pour my hip open. And then I'm going to bring my knee to nose and come into my plank for a little core. And my foot between my hands, low lunge. Soften my back knee, crescent pose. So I'm coming up. Maybe I need to straighten. And then lower down. Find my balance. And now I'm going to bring the arms behind the back and just lengthen and feel that opening in my shoulders. If this doesn't serve your shoulders tonight, play with cactus arms and just broaden through that collarbone. Right, so you have this option and then this option. Good, feeling strong. And then bring the hands to the hips, straighten the legs, hop the back foot forward a little bit, and bring the sole of the foot down. So you can either have a warrior one, or the back foot can be parallel with some space between the hips. We're gonna come into pyramid, but we might not come into our full range because we don't have blocks. So with either hands in prayer or hands on hips with a long spine, begin to fold forward. My quads are engaged, the muscles in my front of my leg, and I'm just looking for that opening. Maybe I bring my hand down to my shin. Maybe I can bring my fingers to the floor. And I'm drawing the hips back. I'm inhaling length from tailbone to crown of head. Right. So my core is active, my leg muscles are active. And then I bring my hands to my hips and I come all the way up, really wear my back and core muscles. And then I inhale, arms up. Then I exhale down to my lunge. Take a breath. Now we're going to move through the vinyasa. Design your vinyasa. Maybe it's down dog, you switch legs. Maybe it's the full vinyasa. So I'm going to come back to my plank. I'm going to lower down. And I'm going to come through upward facing dog. And I'll meet you in down dog. And then I'm lifting my left leg up. I can work here and then bring the foot between my hands. I can work in the hip opener. I can bring knee to nose. And I can put my foot between my hands. Now I'm checking in with the back foot, and I'm softening the knee as I come up. Yes, and I'm checking in with the hips. So this knee is tender tonight, so I may not be in the full range, right? But that's what we learn in our practice. And then I'm going to inhale my arms up for a few breaths. And when I inhale my arms up, I'm looking for space in the back as well. Checking in with the shoulders. I'm going to come into my cactus arms. And then interlacing my hands behind my back. Good. Now, I'm bringing my hands to my hips. I'm hopping that back foot in. I'm bringing both my feet parallel, but hips distance. I'm inhaling length, feeling strong in my foundation of my legs, my pelvis as I reach forward. My hands can be in prayer. So you're not looking for the full range. For some of us that are very open, for some friends, maybe the right hand comes down and you work in a revolved triangle. No tension in the neck. And then bring the hands to the hips, and with the strength of your core, come all the way up. Bring the arms up. And then exhale into the lunge. We're all going to step back in downward dog. Bicycle out. And then drop the knees for a cat-cow. And we're going to come into Dolphin. So we're going to bring the elbows. We're going to bring the elbows right under the shoulders. We're going to interlace the hands. Now, some of us are going to go to different places with this practice, and that's fine. You know your practice. We're going to curl the toes. We're going to ground through those forearms. We're going to lift up. So it's down dog on the forearms. And I'm drawing my shoulders back, my belly towards my thighs. You can soften the knees here to find more opening in the shoulders. And I'm finding my strength. I'm keeping my head off the floor and my neck soft. And now I'm walking back to forearm plank. And my hips are as high as my shoulders. And then I'm releasing down into my Sphinx for a few breaths in Sphinx. And then I want to come into bow. So I'm going to bend my ankles, gaze down, reach up, open. Exhale, lower. And press back to your dog. I'll come through tabletop to downward dog. And then look between the hands and either lunge, hop, or walk forward. However you like to get there. And inhale, length. And exhale, fold. And inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Perfect. Okay, so from here, we're going to step open. Okay, so wherever you are on your mat. And let's take the right foot and head into warrior two. So we're going to bring the knee over the ankle. And so my back foot is parallel with the mat, and my front arch is in, and my front heel is in line with my arch. And I'm coming up, and I'm lifting. And then I'm grounding through my legs. I'm breathing, and I'm drawing the shoulders open. I'm reaching out through the fingers while my shoulders are in their socket. Good, and I'm turning that front palm up, crescent with knee bend. And then I'm gonna exhale into my right angle. So I can stop, I can come here. If I have the opening, I can come to the floor or a block. And then my top arm can stay on my hip. As long as I'm free to twist open on my exhale, I can bring that top arm open. And I'm breathing. The gaze can be down. It can be straight ahead. It can be open to the side. Good. Now to come up, find that strength in the leg, the core. Reach up, back, crescent. And we're gonna go right into triangle. Now, this is a very wide-legged triangle, which is fine. You may wanna heel in, toe in a little bit. Arms open. You're drawing the hips back as you're reaching. And then you are folding. And your hands can be on a block. The palm can reach forward. Because again, this is a lot about strength in legs, core. There is a twist on the exhale. The gaze can be straight, the gaze can be down, the gaze can be up. Now let it feel, let it serve you. How is this pose serving you? Do you need more exhale? Do you need more inhale? Do you need more twist? All right. On an exhale, reverse Trikonasana. And then open into your star. Just take a moment, let the head drop, chin to chest. Reach up and back. And then warrior two, other side. You can always bring the arms down for a break. Good. And then warrior two on this side. Strong arms. So I like to take my inhale and see where I can find more space in the pose. And then on the exhale, can I go deeper? All the while calming my breath. When you're ready, you're on your exhale, crescent. And then you're gonna come into your right angle. But you may want extra breaths in your crescent. Okay, because you want to explore. And then, so I'm on this side because of my knee, I'm gonna keep my forearm here, work on the length on both sides of my ribs, and the exhale, really focus on the twist. I brought my top arm along my ear. And then inhale, up and back. And now we'll prepare for the triangle. So again, if you want to heel toe that back leg in a little bit, that's fine. And then reach and draw in that hip socket. And reach. And then fold. So I have to giggle with you because most of you I know. I'm looking at the wall behind me and how nice and clean it is and how this space is really clean. All my kids' yoga stuff is like thrown over there. So you really all have to come to my house when this is over. I'm like, huh, it's the only clean spot in this apartment. And then breathe. And then on your exhale, or when it feels good to you, up and back. And then bring the feet parallel. We're gonna forward fold. And I invite you tonight to take the right arm up and kind of give a little hug to the back of the neck. And then bring the left arm behind you. My hands never touch. Some of you might. So you may breathe here for a few breaths, and then you can forward fold. You could hold your shirt. You could just give a little hug to the neck. You could just press the back of the left hand into the back and then fold. But a little more shoulder opening. Just be mindful not to press into the neck. Okay, but just more awareness into the shoulders. The heart center stays open. Now from here, you may want more opening in the legs. So you can very mindfully heel toe the legs open. When you're ready, release the arms. They may hold the ankles or the big toes. And you're gonna find lots of length in the spine and exhale more deeply. Shake out the neck. And then bring your hands to your hips and come up. Right, so every time you come up and down with that long spine, we're strengthening all these muscles. All right, so now the other side. So we bring the left arm up, hold the back, and we pivot and hold the back. Now, if this doesn't serve you at all and you're like, oh, please no, you can interlace the hands and go down with the traditional fold that we do. But it's nice, as long as you're not in pain, to introduce new things, right? So consider this our crossword puzzle for our body. And then when you're ready, fold for a few breaths. And then we'll come into a twist. It's like maybe, hopefully, or maybe you've done some new things during this time at home. Good to try new things on the mat. And then release the arms down and leave the hips in line with the ankles and just walk the arms forward, almost like you're coming into a really wide leg downward dog. And just find that length without ever unplugging the shoulders, and release the head down. And stretch the neck by letting it be heavy. And pull the hips back while the fingers are grounded. And then walk the hands back. Put the right hand under the throat and put the other hand on the hip and take a twist. And the hand can be on the sacrum or the arm can be up. And then on an exhale, lower and switch sides. Good. And then lower down, bring hands to hips again. And then walk the feet in, hop to mountain. And from here, we're gonna come into full forward fold. So we'll inhale up, exhale, swan dive down. Just stretching through the legs since we did that really wide bending. And then walk back to your down dog. And drop the knees, cat-cow. And then neutral spine, and swing your legs around for forward fold. Good, so we're gonna hug the right leg in. We're going to, you have a choice. You can leave the foot alongside the leg or you can bring it over. So we have the right leg in, opposite arm up, and you can either hug, you can hold, or you can bring it over. But be mindful that the spine can still find its ease and its lift. The collarbone broadens. And the neck feels free, right? So you're gonna stay there. I'm going to just crawl over and adjust the screen a little bit. So it gets all the back bends. Good. Perfect. And then we're gonna counter twist to the other side. So you're just gonna find that nice counter twist to the other side. And then come back center. You're going to pick the foot up, little hip, rock, and then solo the foot inside the leg. So Jani Shirshasana. So inhale the arms up, but your attention is on the hip socket. So as you fold forward, the knee can be bent. As you reach, reach, reach. Once you feel you've reached your max, the hands come down. The next time you inhale, you find length. And then you exhale, fold. Sometimes I bring my right hand to the outside of my ankle or foot just to find a little more twist. And then on the inhale, come up. We can twist into this knee. Now, before we leave, simple cross-leg the pose, and we're gonna come into a double pigeon here, because we didn't do a ton for hips. So with this right foot on top, so with double pigeon, you can start with the left foot parallel or bring the heel close to the right hip and just lay the ankle on top. So notice my leg pops up a lot because I tend to be tight here. If I do the parallel, my hip literally leaves the room, right? But just a moment to get some hip awareness. You can always straighten the left leg and then just bring the ankle to the top of the thigh, never on the knee joint. Just take a breath in the pigeon. If it's a lot, you can twist on the other side. Enjoy, sweetheart. Okay. And then straighten the legs. One very short forward fold. So inhale up, knees soft. Inhale up, reach, reach, reach. Lots of length. Legs can be as straight as they complement the pose. Right? So if they need to be bent because something is tight, then bend them. And then inhale up. We'll take our longer forward fold in a moment. So now that left knee bends. And again, your twist can be here or it can be over. That'll be a little more depth. Few breaths, long spine. Inhale, right arm up. And you can hold, and it could be a gentle twist. You can hug, or that top arm can come over. You're connecting the breath to the movement, which makes this a mindful practice, which is something I invite you to do off the mat with any work that you do. And then on the exhale, next time you exhale, other side. And then coming back center, hug it in. Now this could be very tight for some friends. So it could be a little hug. And then sole of the foot in. Inhale, arms up. And as I inhale, arms up, I'm stretching through the back of my leg and foot. And then I'm rolling down. And I'm checking in with the hip. I'm seeing if I need to bend my knee. If you like that twist, the left hand can go to the outside. And then inhale up and a little twist. Coming back center. So now we'll do that double pigeon. So again, you have the option of the parallel, and you can just explore it for a moment, as you can see. And then I'm gonna hug it in. And you always have the option for it to look like this, right? And just give a chance for it to pour open, or even that half lotusy, where my foot is very close. All right, and then lengthen long. Shake it out a little bit. And inhale, lots of length. So your feet can be close or a little bit wide, right? You can explore how that feels. Just breathe lots of length in the heart. And then arms come up and we reach, reach, reach. And we exhale and fold, fold, fold. And then you play, right? So maybe I can stretch one leg tonight or another leg. And then on an inhale, come up. And we're gonna roll down onto our backs. We're gonna stretch into our low back and twist one more time. So we're gonna roll down. So we're gonna roll down. And with our knees bent, we're very thoughtfully, with the gaze looking up, we're just gonna roll the head from side to side to its full range. And we're gonna explore for any tightness. And then come back neutral. And then bringing the fingertips right behind the head. On an exhale, we're gonna curl only the head and neck for a little neck stretch. The low back is pressing into the floor. And then we're lowering down. Extend the right leg long, hug the left leg in, and then we're gonna bring that knee over the hip, and we're gonna bring the right hand to the outside, ground through the left hand, and we're gonna twist. So a different twist. And breathe into the back. So the gaze can be neutral by looking straight up. Ladies and gentlemen, making her first appearance this evening, we have my boss. And then roll back. And let's take this left leg into happy baby. And then bring it down. And then hug this leg in, the left leg. Bring the knee over the hip. And then we're going to twist it over for another twist to get into the back. And then release and happy baby on this side. And then hug the knee in, and then extend that leg long. And extend the arms long. And close the eyes. And you know your home best. So if that moment of rest makes more sense in meditation, sit in meditation. Otherwise, lay on your back. And just repeat to yourself, I am in rest. Because Shavasana is the time to rest the body after the physical practice. And begin to deepen the breath. And when you're ready, wiggle the fingers and wiggle the pose. And on an inhale, inhale the arms overhead. And on an exhale, bring the knees into the chest. Take any last stretch you need. And then roll to your right side, left if it makes more sense for your practice, and come to sit. Bring one hand over the heart and the other hand over the belly. Just taking a moment to come back to where we began at the beginning of our practice. How are you feeling now? Is the physical body different? Is the breath different? Is the rhythm of your breath different? And then let go of whatever the answer is. It's just that real importance of showing up for yourself and taking that time to check in. And then drawing our hands together in front of our heart. May we be safe. May we be happy. May we be healthy. May we live with peace, and may we find ease. And before we offer this mantra, this loving kindness mantra out into the world, if there's anyone you want to hold close tonight, hold them close. Draw them in now. If you're alone, say their name out loud. I dedicate my practice to my father and to my son and to all the frontline workers and to those who have died. To our government, may they make right decisions on our behalf. And to all beings everywhere, may they be safe. May they be happy. May they be healthy. May they live with peace. May they find ease. The light in me honors and humbly bows to light within each one of you. Namaste.